Welcome to the LifeHack Show. Thank you so much for joining us today. LifeHack was created to help all of us navigate this thing called adulting because we have absolutely been bamboozled to believe that we should just have the process of adulting under control, when in reality, we are all just trying to make it make sense one day and one moment at a time. I always appreciate the time that you choose to spend with us, and I thank you for being with us today. So this week's theme, we have been talking about life purposes and figuring out your goals and your values and your beliefs. So we're going to continue that discussion with some simple exercises to help you explore what your life purpose could be. I don't know about you guys, but as of late, I have been feeling kind of stuck and just feeling like I don't really know what I'm doing or what I'm supposed to be doing, or if I'm doing the right behaviors or the right actions. So I thought that I would introduce these topics to you guys because maybe you are in the same space that I am right now. Perhaps you don't have the job that you want, or maybe you don't have the relationship that you want, or the financial situation that you deserve or that you crave. You may not even know what it is that you want or what you don't want. I'm going to ask you, have you ever taken the time to figure out what it is that you do want? So rather than answering with generalities like a job that pays more, or a job that's closer to home, or to find your soulmate, or to be rich, let's think about being as specific as possible. What does your ideal life look like? What will you need in your life for it to be more fulfilling and meaningful? To put it in a slightly different light, if you were to win the lottery tomorrow and suddenly you are a multi-millionaire, what will you do with the rest of your life? Will you continue working your job? Will you spend more time with your family? Will you travel the world? Will you start your own business? Or will you spend more time on your hobbies? I want you to take some time to dream about the possibilities. And then we're going to take out a piece of paper and we're going to write down our dream in very vivid detail. So we're going to take a few moments to write down a list of things that are most important to us in our life. What gets you out of bed in the morning? What things are most important in your everyday existence? And I'm talking about the things that you're willing to devote time and energy to each day. Some examples could be family, it could be friends, it could be faith, it could be spirituality, personal growth possibly, maybe having a healthy lifestyle. It could be having your finances in order. It could be work-life balance. It could be maintaining a loving relationship with your significant other. Maybe you just want to be happy at work. Maybe you want to be organized. Maybe you want to use your time wisely. Maybe you just want to participate in your hobbies a little bit more. Or maybe you really want to make a difference in the world. Whatever that is for you, I want you to write that down. Because setting priorities is important, because we often have so much going on in our lives at once that we really lose track of who we are and what we want out of life. We end up putting out one fire only to be confronted with yet another one that takes its place. With so many things on our plate at once, it's easy to neglect ourselves, our friends, our family, and the things that are important to us. So I want you to take some time and write those things down on your list. When you're finished writing your list, take a few moments and then let's start prioritizing them on a scale, starting with 1 as the most important, and then we're going to go all the way up to whichever number that you have. And then once we've done that, we're going to take a few moments and think about the following questions. What am I most passionate about? What would inspire me to get out of bed at 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning? What haven't I experienced yet and I've always wanted to do? What haven't I given yet and I've always wanted to? What haven't I learned yet and I've always wanted to? What part of me haven't I healed yet that I still need to? Am I doing now what I really want to do? If not, do I even know what I'd really like to do? And finally, what can I do to serve others? You're going to write down the answers on your paper, in your journal, however you're documenting this. And these have to be your honest answers, you guys. I really need you to answer this honestly. It's not what you should do or what you think others expect you to do or what you've been trained to do or even what you're currently doing if it doesn't match what you want to do. Be brutally honest with yourself on this paper. Once you've done this exercise, you're going to combine all your answers into a life purpose statement. Your purpose statement is going to answer the question, why am I here? What is my true calling in life? And what is my ability to serve? Here's the thing, you get to define this. So it's about high time that we actually start trying to purposely and intentionally define what it is we are aiming for. So here's how this is going to look. You're going to go back to your piece of paper and you're going to go, my purpose in life is, and then just start writing. Spend some time reflecting on your dreams, your priorities, and the questions that we've already listed. Then we're going to think about ways that we can use our passion and our dreams to serve the world. Because remember, we are not singular beings. We live within community. A fulfilling life includes how you interact within the community. We're going to write down the following statement. I will make the world a better place by, and then we're going to answer it. I want you to get all of your ideas down on paper. It's probably going to take you at least 10 minutes. If you do it before then, you probably haven't spent enough time with the thoughts and the ideas that are flowing through your head, or you're trying to rush it. This could take hours, it could take days, but I will tell you, do not stretch this out to let this take weeks, because now you are avoiding. Give yourself a set time limit, whether it's a day, 2 days, a week, but a week max. Your goal is to write until you feel like you have some clarity about your life. And you're gonna go back and read your own words. Why are you reading your own words? Because it is a brain trigger for you to see what your hand has written, what your ideas were on paper. It is a trigger in your brain, and it tells your brain, hey, I really want that. Hey, we can do that. Hey, let's strive for that. You are looking for this to be incredibly powerful for you, and it might even be a wake-up call. If it has not happened yet, you've gone through and you've reread and you've written down what you wanted and you've reread it, keep writing until you find something that's profound for you. And let me tell you why I'm saying this, because if you look at this paper and you're reading everything back and there's nothing there that is like a wow or a whoa to you, it means that you're playing it safe. It means that you're playing it too small. It means that you are working within whatever limits you already think you have for your life. Stretch your brain, stretch your mind, stretch your thoughts, stretch your beliefs. Get out of that. I want your goals and dreams to be so mind altering that you were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I really wanted to do that. I didn't know that that was important to me. We're trying to get back to the childlike wonder that we used to have when we were little. Do have to caution you that when you start defining your life's purpose, this is going to be an emotional exercise. You're going to look at what you wrote and you might have some things in mind like, why didn't I think of that before? Or what stopped me? Or I can't believe I went this long without knowing what I wanted to do. Pause, breathe, let those thoughts go. We are not doing this exercise with judgment. We are doing this exercise to figure out how to move forward. And even if your statements aren't very impressive to others, what matters is that you find them 100% accurate and relevant, and that they have emotional significance to you. This is why I'm telling you to be honest. If you have a problem or you think that somebody might find your words or try to weaponize what your thoughts are on paper, I would encourage you to use a secure method of recording this, whether this is a video that you put under lock and key or this is something that you're using online. Just make sure that you're being honest with yourself. You guys, if you need help in this area, I would really encourage you to look a few places. Of course, I'm going to recommend therapy and/or counseling. You might even need a coach. And we also have an academy that takes a deeper dive into topics such as these. I am going to encourage you to check that out. There is a link in the show notes. It's the same price as a fancy coffee per month, and it can drastically improve your success, your goal achievement, and your know-how to get what it is you wrote on this piece of paper. I hope this helps. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Welcome to the